Good afternoon. Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Kristonius Simbolon from the Master Program in Chemical Engineering at Gadjah Mada University, and I will present our research entitled Extraction of Gadolinium and Neodymium from Tayan Red Mud. In this presentation, we will discuss the potential utilization of red mud waste from Tayan as a source of valuable mineral, namely gadolinium and neodymium. Outline of this presentation is from introduction and then go to literature review, method research, result of the research, and conclusion. Globally, the aluminum production process occurs two stages, namely in the Bayer process, which is a process of refining bauxite ore to obtain aluminum oxide, and the Hall-Héroult process is a process of smelting aluminum oxide to produce pure aluminum. In addition to producing aluminum oxide, the Bayer process also produces bauxite residue called red mud. Based on data from the Indonesian Central Bureau of Statistics, processing bauxite through the Bayer process produces approximately 0.8 until 2.5 tons of red mud waste for every ton of alumina obtained. Indonesia certainly has a bauxite processing industry in West Kalimantan and will continue to be built. In 2021, the industry will produce 4.3 million tons of chemical-grade alumina per year and 1.2 million tons of smelter-grade alumina per year, resulting in approximately 4.4 million tons of red mud waste per year. Red mud contains alkaline compounds with high pH, is very fine, and sometimes contain harmful minor elements that cause serious problems for the environment. Therefore, research for the handling and utilization of red mud is very intensive. This is a literature review from 3 journals I get. First, extraction of rare earth from bauxite residue by dry digestion followed by water leaching followed by Rivera et al. 2018. The result for area extraction using dry digestion method with acid chloride is better than uh, sulfuric acid. The recovery of scandium obtained has 40 weight ton percent and 25 weight ton percent iron. The REE concentration in the single-stage dry digestion water leaching result is about 6 until 8 mg per liter, but it can increase significantly in the multi-stage design with the result that REE concentration is as much as 20 mg per liter. Extraction. The second is extraction of scandium from bauxite residue by high pressure leaching in sulfuric acid solution by Kaneka and Mubarak 2023. The optimum condition for scandium recovery were obtained with 1.5 molar sulfuric acid at 200 Celsius temperature, 10% density, and 1 hour leaching time. The results obtained were 90.97% scandium, 32.34% iron, and 75.23% aluminum. The third literature, extraction of lanthanum and cerium from Indian red mud by Abilesh et al. 2014. Maximum leach recovery of lanthanum of 99% was obtained using 3 molar sulfuric acid at 35 Celsius degree. The efficient decreased to 37% when the leaching temperature reached 75 Celsius degree. In contrast, the leach recovery of cerium of 99.9% is obtained at 75 Celsius degree and will decrease to 44% at 35 Celsius degree. Based on the research that has been done, it has not provided information on the optimum condition in the process of separating REE component in red mud in Indonesia. Red mud was chosen because the mineral industry in Indonesia is increasingly producing aluminum, so the red mud produced will also be a lot. In addition, based on previous research proved that with a very small composition of Re in red mud can still be separated with a high conversion rate. In previous research, the method used in the leaching process of red mud from Indonesia was high-pressure acid leaching, whereas in hydrometallurgy, there is also an atmospheric pressure acid leaching process which is considered more economical. So the method used in this study is APAL to find the optimum condition in obtaining the results of the leaching process with high conversion. This is a method of research and the variable characterization of red mud sample was carried out in two analyses, which first in the characterization of solid using XRD and XRF analysis. Analysis is done to determine the composition of the main element in red mud. The second analysis is the analysis of liquid digesting result using ICP analysis. The analysis was conducted to accurately determine the RA content. Red mud samples were first dried using an oven for approximately 3 hours, adjusting the initial condition of the sample. At 105 Celsius degree to ensure that the red mud sample to be used were completely dry. After that, the dry red mud will be reduced in size using a mortar and pestle. Then the size of the red mud is uniform to a size up to 200 mass using a sieve shaker. The red mud sample that has been prepared will be put into a 3-neck flask that has been prepared in accordance with the series of leaching equipment. The leaching process is carried according to the variable variation that have been determined with the parameters of solid-liquid ratio, temperature, and reagent concentration. The leaching process was carried out for 60 minutes for all variable variation using sand filter. After the leaching process, a filtering process was carried out to separate the filtrate and residue using vacuum filter. The residue obtained will be dried in an oven while the filtrate will be measured in volume. The product is analyzed to determine the REE content using ICP analysis, and the residue is analyzed by XRD analysis. Sample of leaching results will be taken and diluted using demineralized water. The dilute sample is homogeneous. The dilute sample is filtering using a sand filter to avoid the presence of impurity solid and ready for analysis. Next, research result. This is a result of ICP analysis at raw material for concentration of neodymium. We got 8.1 ppm, and then the gadolinium concentration 77.33 pm. For calculating the efficiency of leaching at all variables using CF per CI multiple 100%. That means CI is initial concentration, and then CF is final concentration after leaching. This is the result, and we can see like at neodymium concentration for the high efficiency leaching, we get from variation using 3 molar sulfuric acid at 60 Celsius degree. And for the gadolinium uh, efficiency leaching, most high is at variable 3 molar sulfuric acid at 90 Celsius degree. Based on the results of the research that has been carried out, rare earth metals contained in red mud have the potential to be recovered, where it can be seen that the resulting leaching efficiency can reach more than 80%. The optimum condition obtained from the results of the study were at the temperature variation of 65 Celsius degree using 2 molar sulfuric acid, where the leaching efficiency of neodymium and gadolinium was 81.5% and 83.67% respectively. Maybe that's all from my presentation. Thank you.